All right, welcome back to my video, people. I know y'all been waiting for my podcast to start, but as you can see, kind of starting to get the feel things a little bit out with feel things out with the new NVIDIA Broadcaster and whatnot app. I'm just kind of playing around with some settings right now. Everything on the back side of things are all ready to go. I just want to make sure I get everything right and make it stream the way I want to stream. It's not going to be like debate. I mean, a lot of people like do like the regular, um, streaming with like a certain like kind of cookie cutter thing. I just want to kind of do my own thing and just have some video game in the background footage and talk about gaming technology, different game. You'll see different games in the background, things like that. This is my life, playing Diablo 4 right now. A game I'm constantly playing a lot. Outside of I put about 60 something hours in Avowed recently. Completed the main storyline in that, but there was like a lot of side quests still to be done. I mean, obviously they're rumored to have some more content for that late game later on. We'll see, which would be awesome. I like to go at least do New Game Plus like everybody else would with all my spells and crap and just keep building off of that. Got a lot of legendary legacy items in that game. This game right here, season 7, get ready for season 8, late April. It's supposed to be early April, I think, but I think they postponed it or delayed it by a couple weeks, whatever, a few weeks, whatever it was. My biggest thing with Diablo 4, I love it. It'd be nice if they let us like carry over like they could have done with season 6 into season 7, like let us carry over our mythic uniques that we found because I found in season 6 that I didn't carry over to season 7, obviously. I found about like 6 mythic uniques, 7 mythic uniques, whatever. The Harlan Quinn stuff, the two different body. Well, I didn't get the one of false death or something like that. It's called for the body armor, but I got the other one, and I got the both weapons, the amulet and the ring, both helmets, and it just wouldn't let me carry it over here. So this here, I got the Harlan Quinn helmet, the glaive, and the ring all maxed out. They're 1 GA Mythic Uniques. I know people are out there finding 3 and 4 GAs when they're Torment 3 or 4, whatever. I found these three off the back in Torment 2. You can find them at any Torment level you want, technically. I mean, especially if you're on Torment 2 or higher. They're very rare, but like it's not like that's hard. They're hard to get. You can just do like a ton of tormented boss dungeons, whatever you want to call it. They call it boss ladders and whatnot. You can do all that stuff and just keep grinding and grinding and find these things. You probably, as you can see, probably right there, I got all my witchcraft things like maxed out, whatnot. Been using the piranado, as they call it. Really fun thing. That thing just eats up enemies like really fast, especially when you're doing pit dungeons, stuff you just saw there, what I'm going to in the back of the video there. So just been playing around with that. Playing some Mortal Kombat 1 again, obviously off and on now that they got T1000 in there. He's pretty fun. He's really fun to play as well. And jump back into Halo Infinite for a little bit. Obviously jumping back off and on in with Call of Duty now that especially now, one of my favorite game modes they put back in the game. One of two favorite game modes. I love Call of Duty in general, like playing regular team-based and arena-based matches. Obviously, search and destroy is where us hardcore guys play at and stuff a lot of times too. And everybody's starting to get it that you got to work as a team in these shooters as it is. So, but they're fun to play. I did like classic firefight new mode in Halo Infinite quite a few times. Just recently uninstalled that because I was really focusing on ready to play a lot of South of Midnight, play through that. Being from New Orleans, I love this. I love the lore and everything that they're bringing into the game. And they actually went and did their homework, which is beautiful and nice and everything. So we're going to see a lot of, my bloodline culture that in that game as well, especially with the mystic, with the beautiful voodoo culture as well, I should say. Um, because voodoo culture in general, it's like we all believe in God, but we use a lot of natural resources and Mother Nature and things like that to protect our loved ones, heal our loved ones, and so on and so forth. So that game is going to have a lot of cool lore from Louisiana in it. I'm excited for it. Um, and let's see. So yeah, just grinding the heck out of this. I just installed Atom Fall. I'm pretty sure a lot of us on Game Pass are playing that right now. I just put about maybe 3 hours into it. Gonna jump on it again after this video for a little bit longer. Might jump on some Diablo 4 first, then jump into that. We'll see. Excuse me. But yeah, this video is just initially just to kind of like put more updates and whatnot and context of what I'm doing in the background. I want to make sure my podcast and my streaming stuff is done right. And you know, a lot of people out there that have been doing podcasts for years now. They're at a good place. They got 15, 20,000 subscribers or whatnot and stuff. So I'm trying to put that stuff together. This is a passion project of mine. Um, my knowledge and everything like that of technology and gaming go. I mean, 44 years old, built my first PC at 13 years old, like I said before in the previous video. I'm not here to tell people how to play, what games to play, how they should play, and this and that. Play your games how you want to play them. That's the point. Everybody's different, you know. We're not doing this cookie cutter thing. You know, you play your games, the games you like, on the platform you like, whatever. Who cares? Everything's going to PC, obviously. We already saw the articles. I love my Xbox. I traded my console in for my 40 series laptop I got right now that I'm playing on. I get to play everything Xbox, PC, PlayStation games, whatever. I'm a gamer. I love to play all these different games. Um, I don't care about the plastic box stuff. I'm just going to buy a computer, play all these games I want to at my fingertips. I mean, that's just going to solve that in general. The next gen Xbox is going to be Xbox PC hybrid. It's a full-on PC, not a console. I know people out there still trying to call it a console. It's not a console. Developers are tired of limitations of consoles. You know, nobody's going to play GTA 6 in 30 frames. I'm sorry, you're going to see a lot of massive folks upgrading the PC there, and consoles just even plummeting even further on because even 60 to 120 frames is kind of like outdated now, guys. We're sitting there at PCs doing base norm 240 hertz. You know, they got if you look at the market, they even got monitors, computer monitors that do 1,000 hertz. You know, 1,000 frames a second. So 6120 is it's yesterday's news, really, at this point. You know, so it's just like people just want to upgrade. People and developers see that power that PCs give them. They don't want their games to play at a simple whatever. You know, so let's stop thinking at this whole basic level because these companies, especially Microsoft, being a multi-trillion company, is going to put more than what you're thinking in this machine next. You know, what I mean, unless you're getting paid by Microsoft, I don't want to hear about rumors and stuff like that. Well, until Microsoft says something, hold back a little bit. I know you want to do your reports, your clickbaits and stuff like that, but at the same time, a lot of those clickbaits and reports are just getting shut down. I know people are like, hey, saying I know someone that knows someone. Until Microsoft says that it's not true, that's all I'm saying. So we don't know what the heck this thing's going to look like, but we know that I can damn sure say that it's going to be light years ahead of everybody else in the gaming industry because they're not going to put limitations on their stuff. They want to make sure it's powerful enough to push what games can look like and what they should look like in the future of gaming. And then, like I said, it's a full PC in the Xbox chassis. You can plug it in, have your settings from low to epic settings like your foliage, your textures, your ray tracing, your path tracing, whatever the hell it is you like to put your bells and whistles in the games, just like that. Just play your games how you want to play them. Don't listen to anybody else telling you how what games you should play or before that whole gamer ranks crap that I'm glad they're getting like pushed to the wayside because the whole before you buy thing. No, I thought I'm going to buy what the hell I want to buy. You're not going to tell me what I want to buy. So people just go out. My point is, everybody just get out there, enjoy the games you like to enjoy. Right? That is the ultimate point of gaming. You have fun. You play what you want to play. There's a lot of amazing games out there, especially Microsoft first party. They're publishing more games on their rivals platforms than their own rivals first party studios because their rivals first party studios are pretty much shut down and next to nothing now. And they made a few remastered remakes that didn't even sell. It's just what it is. Microsoft's a much larger company. They're now the world's largest publisher, platform holder, and developer now. And since they bought Activision Blizzard King, they want to go multi-plat. They don't need to. They want to because they want to put more games and more amazing games in people's hands, no matter where you're playing at. They have a massive uh, multi-billion ecosystem of people and devices having access to these games now. It's an amazing thing, especially if you're on Game Pass. That's the exclusive now. We already do this for years now. You got Game Pass, you play these things day and day. You're good. Um, they'll be on, and also their games will be on Windows, Steam, at the game store. Steam is not the all and all be all of anything. Um, they're small market compared to what the big broad horizon is. Microsoft has nearly over 2 billion install base out there. Steam is not in the billions area by any means of install base. They got 40 million people install base on the gaming side of things. I get that. Microsoft's like 100,000 times larger than that, if not more. 2 billion compared to 40 million. That's do the math. So to those 2 billion Windows install bases, they have access to Microsoft and Xbox games as well. And then Microsoft's got cloud streaming devices out there with Samsung, LG, um, Amazon Fire TVs and Fire Sticks and devices. And then I mean, pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, they're all about the shock and all surprise things. You're gonna have Roku devices and Roku TVs right there, Apple TVs in the mix of everything. Not just gonna have that many more people. And obviously they've been on Android and iOS for a while now. So yeah, the game's changing, and you have your third party exclusive devices that make Windows PCs that are making their own variations of this next gen Xbox PC hybrid of how they want how the power uh, scalability is going to be and whatnot. So you got plenty of choice out there. Microsoft flooded the market with Xbox PC hybrids and whatnot, and that's just what it is. And then you have PC, and then you have what PC has like over 600 million people out there in general. Um, you got billions of mobile devices out there, streaming devices out there. That's all an Xbox ecosystem as well. People have a Xbox app and Xbox Game Pass available to their fingertips to enjoy games. I mean that's the point. Games are meant to be fun, not political. That's just how it is. Um, Stock market tells the truth about everything. The future of gaming is led by Microsoft and not Sony. Just what it is. Um, but I love what they're putting out. First party, the big AAA games, indie games. You got 40,000 ID Xbox studios. Creating they're making their studios larger and bigger by putting their games on Game Pass and Steam and stuff like that with the help of Microsoft's development tools and things like that. So really great time to see games, and I love the nostalgia thing. So I like to play a lot of these indie games that are like pixelated and stuff. Gives you those old Super Nintendo vibes and whatnot, and Sega Genesis vibes, in a modern era, obviously. But yeah, other than that, I love playing with my Xbox. I love playing on my gaming PC, and got my Elite Series 2 controller here. Nice little white one there. Thing's pretty awesome. I love it. Trigger locks like that clickiness of the mouse and keyboard. Just get those shots off uh, without any input lag, or you get it within like less than a millisecond kind of deal and whatnot. So yeah, really awesome stuff. But yeah, those are the games I've been playing though. Gonna jump back into some other things here and there. But excited for that South of Midnight. Less than what we got. That's on early access. Early access for South of Midnight. If you got Game Pass, South of Midnight is only $9 to upgrade the early to the premium edition to access it on April 3rd. Other than that, it's launching globally April 8th on Game Pass and everything everywhere else and stuff. And it's also on Steam as well. And then you have right to that, you got Expedition 33. That's a really beautiful, fully graphical new version of a RTS, or if I got that right, yeah. Real-time strategy game, things like that. Like, well, I'm sorry, turn-based strategy, but it's an RPG, turn-based kind of thing, action RPG, hybrid of the two, whatnot. But looks really good. Turn-based is not so much my thing, but it's a massive big thing in the PC market and stuff, obviously. And there's a lot of people on console that play those things too as well, like Age of Empires and things like that. Um, Everybody plays everything different. So yeah, I love my action games, my horror games, my fighting games, simulator games like Microsoft Flight Simulator is my Zen game. So having playing the Flight Simulator that Microsoft has up there, it's just a gorgeous way to kind of like just decompress after playing a lot of competitive shooters and whatnot, or playing grinding the hell out of this. So you see in the background, which is a very grindy game. For everybody who plays Diablo 4, they know what I mean. So fun game though. I mean, at the end of the day. So yeah, playing. So right now, yeah, like I said, Diablo 4 is my game. I'm playing it now. Just started putting in time, and Adamfall. Those are games I'm playing, like for single player type stuff. Even though Diablo 4 um, it is a online live service game. Obviously, you're doing your own thing, but you see people running across doing big world boss fights, stuff like that, which is always fun. But it's pretty much just like you're doing your own thing to level your own guy and your own character, how you want to do it. Um, And then Adamfall, single player game, amazing, looks gorgeous. Using that Sniper Elite 5 engine from 2022. Uh, it starts with an A, I think. It's like yeah, it starts with A. I can't remember the name of the engine off the top of my head. I was talking with a buddy at the mall yesterday about it. But nice game, plays really good. I'm playing it on. I got some ultra settings, certain things like texture and water settings, things like that. Basic stuff. Like some of the stuff set up on ultra, medium and ultra settings. I got certain things set up to, and I'm getting like 140 frames, so it's cool. First person game to play like that high frame rate, which is beautiful. Rebellion did a good job on that game. Again, it's the same makers of Sniper Resistance, and Sniper Elite 5, whatnot. That team that just I think it's one of their other. Yes, it's a whole. It's the team that make those games, but I think they had like a subdivision, we're going to call it, team to make this game in general. So very fun stuff though. Um, and then let's see. Yep, like I said, MK1, Mortal Kombat's always been my game. You know, just playing around with some stuff. Um, Playing around with doing some practice some combos and stuff like that. You know, my main characters I like to use Mortal Kombat are Shang Tsung, Scorpion, and Shao Kahn. And then I mess around with Melina and uh and then let's see, Melina, and then I mess around a little bit with been playing with T1000 recently, but like I think next to Melina, after Melina, like yeah, Sindel's pretty good too. I like to use her a little bit, like with her pop ups, and her combos are a little easier as well. For characters I don't really main with a lot, just kind of mess around with those. Um, My brother's really good with Melina though. He's always been good with her, which is like Mortal Kombat 2 days and stuff. We go back to the arcade, just stomping the ground with everybody and stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, other than that, and then we have in May. Well, the rumor end of April, which I'll be excited for, is also Oblivion's getting remade and supposedly relaunching at the same time they announced it, or shadow drop, if you will. But no later than June, I guess, is Oblivion and Unreal 5 engine. And that's gonna be a really cool thing to see. And I saw some screenshots of myself, what it looks like, and leaked things, whatever you want to call it. It looks amazing. Cool. Could be excited to see folks get back into that again. The full from the ground up remade it on Unreal 5 engine. Because we saw what Ninja Gaiden 2 Black looked like, and it's a whole different world. I love it. Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out later on this year. I already talked about that in my previous video. Like hack and slash games are back as it should be because not everything and not everybody wants to play a Souls-like game. Like give those a rest for a little while. Bring the hack and slash big blockbuster action games over the top stuff back because they're going to sell them it. So, um, yeah. But come May, we got May 15th, I think it is. Yeah, May 15th or May 17th. One of those 2 days. We got the Summer Blockbuster from Microsoft, third party studios as well. Doom, The Dark Ages. Day-to-day Game Pass launching everywhere, obviously, as you know, storefronts, Windows, Xbox, PlayStation. Um, I believe it's going to be on the Switch 2 launch game too, because I think Switch 2, after they do their Switch 2 April 2nd reveal for everything that they're doing there, and I believe that because I saw that thing that they're going to have built-in payment NPC things, I think, if I got that right. And then the Joy-Cons are going to be magnetic, but also the Joy-Cons they have the new Switch 2 are going to be um, work as like mouse type of deals. So I'm guessing they'll have like some kind of third party partnership with keyboards and you can do the mouse thing, whatever. So you can play games like Doom, Diablo 4, which I think is going to launch, would be a launch title for that. People are thinking, the people with the Nintendo Switch 2, and I could be wrong too about Nintendo. I don't know what Nintendo's plans are, but to get off this other subject I was talking about with the games and stuff I've been playing, what's coming out and stuff, is that I think people are underestimating what Nintendo's going to do. Nintendo's not going to put this 480p freaking 60 frames thing out there, whatever. They're not going to do that. I think they're going to push 1080p. They're going to push 144 frames. That gives it 24 frames higher than the Series X and this PS5 and PS5 Pro do right now. Plain and simple. Um, Even the PS5 Pro is not hitting consistent 120 frames. The base PS5 is doing a little higher frame rates from what I hear than the PS5 Pro is, but that's on Sony's end. That's their mistake on that end because Sony's hardware is always generic and like just outdated anyway. Um, but I do like their dual sense idea and whatnot, which is cool. So Microsoft's kind of come up with their own thing with that stuff. So competition makes business better, but and innovative whatnot. But I always love playing on Xbox because of the features, quick resume, smart delivery, things like that. Those are features obviously going to move forward. They got backup pat, all that stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's just get an Xbox PC hybrid, get a PC, get a handheld device. If you got a cloud streaming device, just buy a controller, download the app on those devices that have Xbox app in your TV store or whatever, Roku store on your streaming device. Install it in your gaming, and comes in really great quality, like you're playing on a native, uh, piece of premium hardware and whatnot. So yeah, But yeah, so like Nintendo, I think they're gonna put up, they're gonna go 144 frames. I think maybe who knows, they can even go higher than that. You can go 144, 165 frames at 1080p when you're docked and stuff like that. So I think that's what they'll do. We'll see what happens April 2nd. That's um, let's see what's today. Yeah, it's next week. We'll find out what they're doing with that thing. So I think second falls on Thursday or something like that. Um, let me see. It's the 28th now, so 31st, Monday, Tuesday. Actually, Wednesday. Actually, we find out. Okay, so it's on Wednesday they do that. They do their Nintendo Direct for Switch 2. So I think that. But anyway, my point is, I think doing Dark Ages will launch in that because I think the Switch 2 will be is announced and it's showing off April 2nd. They'll do pre-order like they did with the Switch 1. They announced it, pre-orders, launched 2 months after. So, I mean, May, June. You can see this thing come out like end of May, early June, it's like that. And my understanding is like they'll have 20 million. They already have 20 million plus on hand for their global launch, so they're gonna get that out there. Put these third-party games like because they partner with Microsoft after Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard King, so you're gonna see Call of Duty Black Ops 6 launch on it. You'll see Microsoft's other first-party games like Indiana Jones, The Great Circle launch on it. They might even put Forza Horizon 5 on that thing too, like they did. They got Forza Horizon 5 launching on PlayStation in April as well. Um, Doom the Dark Ages, Legacy title that's going to go everywhere. That'll probably be a launch title for the Switch too. So they had those three third-party things coming up on that thing and whatnot. And we'll see if Take-Two wants to launch Grand Theft Auto 6 on it. We'll see how that does. But because on console, like I said, they're only Take-Two already told you it's only 430 frames on console. And obviously, as PC guys, we're gonna play that game at like 90, 100 frames with everything turned on ultra high, whatever the hell, especially with the 40, 50 series cards out there now and stuff like that. And DLSS 4 is even making the 30 series run like 40 series cards with multi-frame generation and override stuff and all that. So, great time to be a gamer at the end of the day, though. Like, so much more hardware coming out and whatnot. So, but yeah, we got Doom and Arcades coming out this summer in May, and then Microsoft's Xbox June showcase is going to have a lot of stuff they didn't talk about launching in the second half this year as well. Marcus Phoenix Collection seems like to be all said and done, but announced at this point. With Gears 1, 2, and 3, maybe even Judgment redone in the Unreal 5 engine, with a possible Gears E-Day beta announcement launch for later on this year, with E-Day launching with the new hardware next year. Um, so yeah, we'll see though. But yeah, that's just my take on the game with stuff that you already probably seen on the internet talking about, people talking about. That's just my personal outtake of what I think is going to do, what they're going to do with the new hardware. I just say sit back, relax, let Microsoft announce things. I know people out there making stories about it, or they have so-called insiders, but insiders and people are doing podcasts about these things. They're not getting a paycheck from Microsoft, so what the hell do they know? Honestly, let's be real. Only Microsoft knows what they're doing at the end of the day. Let's just keep it real. So I'm excited for it. I love what Microsoft's doing with the game industry. Um, there's no better place to play right now than being in the Xbox ecosystem. You got Game Pass, PC Game Pass. They got their games on Steam, Epic Game Store, like I said. Epic Game Store is doing their annual, 2 free games every 6 days or whatever, something like that now. Again, so every 6 days they'll have like 2 free games. A lot of them it's hit or miss. Some could be indie games. I got a couple of big AAA games last year from them and whatnot. Like I was able to get like like older games like Thief from them, and then smaller games from them, um, like Phantom Blade. It was like one of the Phantom Blade games was like a 2D side scroller type of deal. And then I was able to get um, what was the other game there? Oh yeah, Callisto Protocol. That was a big AAA game. I don't know how that did with everybody, but I mean, I love this. I like it. I played a little bit of it, got pretty far in it and whatnot before some of these other Xbox party games came out, and I started playing those instead. But the beauty of that is I can always install these things, whether I'm in Game Pass or I buy from Steam or at the game store. You can uninstall and reinstall the games you want to play whenever the hell you want. It's the freedom of gaming. I love it. So, and you have a digital library and whatnot, so it's really cool. So my point is just to enjoy gaming, and Microsoft's come out with a lot of amazing games. Microsoft has a massive 3+ year roadmap for software, hardware, services, and plenty of surprises in store for us. So let's just get excited for it. And Nintendo's dropping new hardware this year, new games as well. And Sony's gonna start putting more games on PC for people to enjoy. So yeah, I mean it's a win-win situation for everybody, being a gamer and stuff, and just be nice to each other and polite and enjoy. Because like I said, gaming is meant to have fun. Um, Microsoft's making industry better. They're pushing, they're future proofing it, and they're giving us tons of games. And obviously, they're giving us plenty of ways to play. So thank you guys for watching. And like I said, keep an eye out. I'll give you another update for my podcast launch. I know I wanted to do it this month and everything, but got to get some back. Got to get my lower back taken care of. Been having to deal with a nagging injury for years now. After had 20 years plus of construction under my belt. Went to New Orleans, Louisiana to help rebuild my neighborhood after Hurricane Katrina as a site leader and stuff, Habitat, and then did some after school program stuff, and then worked with NBA Cares Day of Service. Worked with NFL Play 60 by the NFL players. Really fun times to rebuild the community back in those days from 2006 to 2012 and whatnot is when I kind of had to step away from that. Always going to do humanitarian work, but fast forward to now being 44, nagging injuries, they're not going away. It's getting kind of hard to walk down the street about 200 or 300 feet. So got to get that taken care of. That's why I got to, doing this podcast is a passion project. I want to make sure I do it right. Looking at, the amazing job that people over at Double Barrel Gaming is doing with their podcast. They've been doing for years. Iron Lords, obviously. We know all these guys are on Point Gaming. And then also like, Gaming Circle and um, Fun Speculation, all these guys, amazing people. I've been on the show a few times on Double Barrel, talked to some of these guys briefly during COVID times, stuff like that. I still watch them to this day. One of these days, maybe I can get on the show with them again at some point when I'm fully 100% with everything to get my things going and stuff. So, but yeah, thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe out there. God bless.